Hi, I'm Bruce Carton. I'm here with John Stark, and today we will preview panels 5 and 6 of Incident Response Forum 2020. And as the 852 of you who have already registered know, this year Incident Response Forum will be a virtual event held on Tuesday, April 14th, 2020. So that means you can watch the full day of panels at home on your computer or whatever device you're using. And as always, the event focuses solely on the field of incident response and data breaches, and it is geared specifically for attorneys and compliance professionals. Also, we've now been approved for at least 6 hours of CLE in a large number of states, including New York, California, Illinois, Virginia, and many others. John, we've covered panels 1 through 4 in our prior videos, so can you give everybody a preview of panels 5 and 6?
Sure. These are two more of the subject type panels, Bruce. And these two are national security and cyber attacks and ransomware. So let me tell you real quick about them both. Starting with national security and cyber attacks. And the reason we have this panel is really because it's become such a part of incident response. Everyone wants to know, wants to profile the attacker. Where are they from? Who did this? And it often can turn out to be someone from another country or the other country itself. After all, legions of soldiers wake up every morning in some countries with the sole purpose to hack into US companies. Yeah. So that's what this first panel is about. And we have some real pros in the national security area, starting with Lisa Monaco, and this is her first year doing the forum. She's a partner at O'Melveny. She served as Homeland Security and Counterterrorism Advisor to President Obama. And prior to that, she held a bunch of different positions at DOJ, including Assistant Attorney General for National Security, which is DOJ's top national securities lawyer. So she's the moderator of the panel. Then we have Dave Lashway, and he leads Baker & McKenzie's global cybersecurity practice, and he manages data breaches from all over the world. He was lead counsel to the cyber investigation firm in the hack of the 2016 US presidential election, which always makes his insights really interesting. And then Michael Sussman, who's, again, another person new to the forum. Michael Sussman is a partner at Perkins Coie and one of the better-known national securities lawyers here in Washington, having represented, for example, the Democratic National Committee and Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign in their responses to Russian hacking in the 2016 presidential election. And then to top it all off, Bruce, as usual, we have one person from the government, and this is Jan Brekke, who's Deputy General Counsel at DHS, the Department of Homeland Security, and he's going to provide the government perspective. So that's the first panel, national security, which we've done, I think, just about every year, and it's always very interesting.
Yeah, well, it's a critical panel, and it ties right into everything.
Yep. And the next subject area is ransomware. And we did business email compromise, and now we're doing ransomware. And this is the first time we've ever done this as its own panel. It's moderated by Sean Hoare, who's a partner and chair of the data privacy and cybersecurity practice at Lewis Brisbois. And he was the lead attorney in the U.S. Attorney's Office in Oregon and liaison with the FBI, Secret Service, and Homeland Security at that time for all things cyber. Like a lot of the panelists that we'll see today, his career in government was a career in cyber. Kim Peretti was the same. She's co-chair of Alston & Bird's Cybersecurity Preparedness and Response Team. She's a former cyber lawyer from the Department of Justice and a true pioneer in this notion of a lawyer being counsel as quarterback. She was one of the first people to really figure that out. Then on this panel is also Scott Linlaw, who's a managing director at Sard Verbinnen and Company, which is a global communications firm, not a law firm, but he happens to be a former cyber lawyer from Orrick, who was also once a Pulitzer Prize nominated AP writer. So his perspective is more of the crisis management in these situations. And I find that more and more on these data breach responses, there's someone like Scott who's in on the action. And Scott's really probably the best person there is in this field because of his dynamic background. And then finally, again, a government person. This time it's Leonard Bailey, who's kind of a legend at the Department of Justice. He's special counsel for national security in DOJ's Computer Crime and Intellectual Property section, which is called CCIPS. Kim Peretti was in CCIPS at DOJ, and he's really one of the sort of founders of computer crime prosecutions at DOJ. So that's two panels, one on national security, very different than one on ransomware, but again, very specialized areas that I think will be pretty interesting.
Fantastic. Thank you, John. The website and the link to register are in the notes accompanying the video. Like I said, we have 852 and counting registered. So if you're not registered, I hope you'll join us. We'll be releasing I think, one more video for the last few panels in the coming days, but we hope we will see you soon. And that's it. Thank you.
Absolutely.